Hi there, it's Loretta West with week 4 of the Tangle Tuesday Tidbit lesson for August of 2021. I hope you've been having fun finding out what we're doing each week, and today we will continue on with a little more in depth, and you can see where it's going, hopefully. So week 1, if you'll just to recap, I showed you how to do a watercolor wash, and if you're just coming into this, you might want to go back and review those videos for week 1, 2, and 3 so you can catch up. And then we did this lovely tangled border inspired by this Mohawk pottery. And then last week we just did the base here, the earth base of tipple. And so there we are. So you're going to need a pen that's hopefully the same one you've been using all the way along. This is a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen in black, and the size is S for small. So just to reveal a little bit more of the inspiration of this pot. So it's actually a lantern. And so you put a candle in there, and you can see that. Oh, there's been a few candles in there. And I only seem to light it at Christmas though, why that is. But above the design here that we've done for the border, you can see these beautiful heron-like birds and cattails. So we're going to utilize that today. And so let's go back over to our Zentangle tile. Take a minute, if you will, just to sort of relax, maybe put your shoulders down, and we're going to do the bird. We're going to do 1 or 2, maybe 3. So you don't want to do a bird right in the middle. That's what we tend to do. Let's do it a little to the side and start with its little beak here, or its not so little beak, and then a seed shape for its head, a slightly S shape for the neck, and then a leaf shape for the body, and leg, and 1 leg coming down. And you could do that if you'd like for 2 legs, or put 2 legs down there. And then I'm going to do another one facing this one, so maybe a smaller one, and over here. And again, this seed shape for the head, a slightly smaller S for the neck, a leaf shape for the body, and a leg. I'm just going to do a single leg on this one. So they're talking to each other. Then I'm going to do another one, maybe a larger one over here, starting higher. So the beak, again, a seed shape, an S shape for the neck, a leaf shape for the body. I'm kind of running out of room there, careful. An extra long leg, maybe 2 legs coming down. Whoops. Pretty cool though. When you think about how simple that is, but it shows it's a bird. There's no, in my mind, there's no doubting it, and how simply that's done. And then in here, you can do some, maybe I'm going to do some Priton little coils in the body. You could even draw actual leaves, so you could probably do something like this. That's kind of cool. Maybe they could do this one a little differently, the shattuck over here. You can make them all the same or make them each unique. And I'm going to leave the heads shape as just to say R. If you want to put something in there, you can. I don't want to, because it's so tiny. It's just really tiny and kind of get messed up in there. So I'm not going to bother with that. And then you have some reeds, some cattail. So you can come in here and do some cattails. Oh, I can hear my stomach grumbling. Hope you can't hear that. Oops. Must be hungry. Maybe some leaves too. Here and there. I was just thinking about having a BLT for lunch. Maybe that's what happened. So we're going to have this reed come up and go like that. And have another reed coming over here with a cattail. Coming through and going on the other side of this bird shape. Just add whatever foliage you think would look great. I mean, just, you know, whatever comes to mind. You might want flowers in there. So there's this little tangle called fescue. We're going to do some of that in a minute too. It might look really good in here. Notice how I'm doing this. Things are pointing towards the middle more. They're not looking out so much, so that it keeps your eye within the actual story that I'm telling with my pen. Oh, big sigh from the big brown dog on the floor. Oh gosh, he's so bored. Then you can go in there and do some of this fescue, which is a little bit of a dot and wiggly lines. Just here and there. I don't want to overdo this. I want the story still to be about the birds or the herons. So I don't want too much in the way of, well, that's real boredom. She just had a big scratch of foliage here. I don't want to lose the story, which is the herons or the birds, whatever they are. So just a little more here. So there you have it. So that's all you do for day 4. And for the next lesson, you're going to need some sort of coloring. If you used color, if you use a watercolor background, you're going to need some sort of colored pencil that goes with this background. So I would be using darker oranges and reds for my shading. If you used pen and no color, then you could either add additional color with a marker or a watercolor pencil, or just use graphite for shading. But I'll meet you back here for the last installment, which is week 5. Thanks for joining me. Have a lovely time. Bye-bye.